With the release of Tempered Strength version 1.9, I thought we'd change the way that we do release updates. So now we're going to do formal videos for each release, and each release is going to be a little bit longer between, but each release is going to have more details in. So there'll be more content per release rather than small bitty releases. We'll still do small releases, but the small releases will predominantly be bug fixes or things that need to be urgent. But we're going to try and start planning larger, more impactful updates. So this is the first video where I'm going to demonstrate what's coming with the update. So 1.9 is it's a tidy up to get ready for bigger things. The first thing that we have done is we have overhauled the timers. So in the app, we had a timer and it wasn't very good. We have this little clock button on the right. And whilst it works, it wasn't very good because you had to restart it every time. You had to remember to go to the next one and start that for its timer. And we wanted to make this a little bit more automatic as it's one of the more popular features of the app. So if I click the start timer button now, it pops up in exactly the same place. But now you have some buttons to add more time if you need it or to reduce the time. And it just makes it a little bit more efficient. So if you don't need 2 minutes 30 or you need a little bit more rest this set because you're a bit goosed, like you're absolutely fine to just up and down that timer now. And when the timer finishes, so if I get down to rest complete, I pop my weight in. So I say 100 kilograms and then tick the button. Just dismiss that personal best notification. It restarts the timer automatically. So let me shove 10 in here, done. If I was to finish that set, decide I don't need the rest, click play, it'll restart that timer. And I can still manually dismiss it like this. And then if I go to the next one and say 10, tick, the timer starts again. So that's the introduction of automatic timers. When you get to the end of a set block and tick it, it'll fully dismiss that timer. And then I'd go down to seated cable row and I would start the timer again. And the reason we are dismissing it at the end is because different sets might have different length timers. So if I go down to cable flies, I think that one might be a minute rest. So if I do 10 on this, if I kill that time and do 10 on that, you'll see it's now a minute rest. If you like the old way, you can still use it in the old way where you're manually doing everything. So if you go to account, we've added auto rest timers. So if I disable that, go back, no timers will automatically start and I will have to click the timer and then I get the timer in the new UI with a plus and minus 15 seconds, but it's all automatic. So when it ends now, it will say rest complete. And if I tick the next box, it won't restart on its own. It won't dismiss on its own. I have to manually restart it or I can close it myself. So that's the improvements to the timer. I like to leave the auto rest timers on because it's genuinely really useful. The next thing we've done is we've started to improve the data of our exercises. So right now we have a concept of weight and reps and we have a concept of time. And when I say time, it's only short time. So we're talking seconds for things like plank, V-sit holds, them kind of things, not like run distance time where you're going to have hours, minutes, seconds, just simple seconds. We need to expand this, so we want to move into conditioning in future updates, so we need to start laying the foundation work to get ready for that. We've started to address our old types and add new types. So now we have weight and reps, and that's what you can see here with the front squat. It's exactly the same as we used to have, so we can add 50 kilograms, done, check. And that's weight and reps. We've also added reps only. So barbell overhead press, traditional weight and reps, nice and simple. Everyone should be used to that one. And then chin-ups, we just do reps. But then we might add weight, so we might attach some weight tools. We could say we added a 20 kilogram plate, check. So that's the introduction of the new weight, the new reps field. We've updated all our data to make sure that we have reps on the appropriate workouts and we have weight and reps on the right ones. And this just lays the foundation for us to extend these over time and add more categories and different login methods to be ready for them future updates. The next thing we've done is fixed something that was a gripe for many users, and that is personal best logging notifications. So a lot of people like to log their personal bests. A lot of people don't really care about the personal bests, and it gets quite annoying when you get this. So let's say I do 65 here, check, annoying, I get this personal best update window. If I'm not updating personal best and I dismiss that, I'll immediately get it again every single time, and it's getting on people's nerves basically. So as you can see, every single time I'm doing this, it's an extra step. So in the settings, we've simply added an auto detect PB button. You can disable that. And now if I go back and undo these, you will see that when I add a PB in, we no longer get that annoying pop-up. So that one is a simple quality of life update to hopefully help improve everyone's user experience there and not be as annoyed at having to do that manual step every single time. The last thing we've done in this update is introduce a patch notes section. So in your account, if you scroll down to patch notes, we have details of all of our past updates, and we've backdated this to the first update we did. You can see we go back to 1.0.1 and all the way up to today's release of 1.9.0. And we have all the summarized patch notes, and then you can go to view the article on the website, and that will take you to the Tempered Strength official website, where we go in more details about why we've done what we've done. So definitely check that out. And alongside all the changes to the app and the Tempered Strength website, we're now going to start doing these videos, and these videos are going to cover all the updates, demonstrations, and that's to lay the foundation for what's coming, because with the Tempered Strength 1.10 update, which there's going to be a bit of a gap between now and then, we're going to have a lot of big features coming. It's what I consider the maturing of the Tempered Strength app and giving it a real sense of direction. The Tempered Strength 1.9 update is out now, so please get updated, check out the new features, disable your personal best logging if you don't need it, start using that new timer, tell us what you think, give us any feedback. We always like to get feedback. Negative feedback is good feedback because we can make the app better as a result of that. Please give the YouTube a like and a subscribe, it helps us massively.